Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Peach Podcast with Seductive Peach. And we have a very special music artist guest with us today, DECEVIO.
Oh, hello. Thanks for having me.
Hello. Hey, all the way from the West Coast. How are you today?
Good. Thanks for asking and that. Blessing me to be on your podcast. I appreciate it. Just real
Most
quick, I want to
definitely.
tell just real quick, I want to tell the audience, please bear with me. I have a bad ass cold cough that I had for a while ago, but it's slowly but surely trying to get away. So my voice is a little scratchy, but I'm here. We're about to make this
No,
happen.
we here. That's what's up. And I
So
appreciate your patience as well. Today's been a little crazy for me, so
it's all
thank you.
good. For sure. It's all good.
So please, first off, introduce yourself to everybody. Tell everyone where you're from, your name, what you do, and how long you've been into music.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? I'm DECEVIO Yamiza. My name is a little crazy and outrageous, but my father was the one that named me this name. So don't get it twisted. I know it's kind of different and unique and original, but let me explain to you guys where my name come from. My name DECEVIO is an ancient Egyptian name. Okay. The way my father got this name, he got from this architect by the name of DECEVIUS. And my father liked the name so much, he took the obvious part out and called me DECEVIO. All right. So my last name, Yamiza, is an ancient Hebrew last name, which means water. I took on my identity back and my culture back, what I identify with. You know what I'm saying? Not my oppressors, but the people that I identify with in terms of my background and culture. That's where the last name come from. And my first name, my father named me that. And that's what's up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, where I'm from, out here in Los Angeles, California, South Central Los Angeles, right off of Crenshaw 54th, where a lot of the underground hip hops almost come about on the West Coast, even before Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, people like that. It was sliding in the underground at places like Project Blow and The Good Life. So just to let people know, I'm from South Central Los Angeles, California, here on the West Coast. And that's basically what I reside.
That's
So
what's
yes,
up.
sir. Mhm.
And how long have you been doing music for?
I started doing music at the age of 12 years of age. And before I started doing music, I used to want to be a basketball player. I used to play all through my elementary school. And I didn't have, I remember listening to hip hop, but it never took on me in a sense that I wanted to be a part of it. So when I played basketball, I played in the schoolyard. Excuse me, I apologize. I had I just let it ring. But anyway, as I was playing in school, I was good at it. I played all through my elementary school. And when I got to junior high, now mind you, I don't want to leave a lot of things out, but when I was in school, I hate going to fucking school.
Right.
I hated everything about it. I didn't like being there, like because I didn't understand it. One of the things was I never take this away from people. I always tell them education and knowledge. Make sure you get that. That's important. I would never leave that part out. But me, I didn't connect with school in terms of academic, but I love going to school for the social aspect of it. Because the school they had the girls. My mother always had me in fly gear, and she would be like, hook me all up. So I would go to school, couldn't wait to show the girls all the school gears I had on, and even my homeboys, like people I fuck with at the time. They used to run the streets when running school with. I couldn't wait to see them, but I didn't like the teachers, and I didn't like being around the academic aspect. So I did whatever it came to get out of that place. So going back to when I got to junior high with the basketball hoop dream, they gonna have the nerve at the time to tell me that I couldn't play for the school because my grades was low. And then when they told me, it blew my mind. I was like, what? You for real? Like, I can't play because of, and like I tell you, I didn't like school. So it was not like it was something I could thought like, okay, well, I'm gonna try to get my grades up and I didn't even like being there. So I was just like, when they told me that, I was devastated. So I
Mhm.
had a cousin of mine that gang bang. You know, he
Mhm.
was a gangster little dude, same age as me. And just to let people know, you know, people I'm sure you know, being from people from the East Coast and much love. But out here in the West, it's all affiliated with all the infested with a bunch of gangs. So my
Mhm.
cousin was a gangster, you know, and he coming up to me telling me shit like, yo, man, you should get into music. You should get into
Mhm.
rap. And I was like, no, fuck no. I was like, hell no.
Mhm.
He's like, why not? Big names like KRS One, EPMD, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim were all out. And I was afraid of these dudes. I said, how the
Mhm.
hell you can compete with someone like KRS One? This
Right.
dude is a genius. This dude used to all these big words
Rakim
like
too, shout out. Right.
facts, big
Right.
facts, much love. Yes, ma'am. And he had songs called Elementary, stuff like that. So I'm thinking like,
Mhm.
oh man, you can't compete with this dude, you know. But my cousin, as a gangster up as he was like, look, man, he gave me the most profound wisdom. He was like, it's not about the competition.
Mhm.
It's just about you being a better version of yourself and doing you and being
Mhm.
you. You don't have to be able to think to compete with these dudes. Just be your very best. And now this is a little wisdom he giving me game like this back when I was like same age, he's same age as me. So I
Mhm.
kind of thought, and I told him, I was like, yo, you think I can do that, man? He was like,
Right.
yeah.
Mhm.
So he was the one inspired me, and my cousin I'm talking about that influenced me, inspired me to get into hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mhm.
just was like, okay. So I got bit by that entertainment bug.
Mhm.
And since then, I was sold. Not to mention that my father is a jazz artist and
Mhm.
my grandfather's a blues artist. So
Right.
it was already ordained. It was already meant for me to
Right. Right.
do music because they was
Mhm.
already doing music. I just didn't see it that way at the time because I was so
Mhm.
living this hoop dream, fascinated by
Right.
basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So my cousin, I
Mhm.
really owe him. He's a dude that
Mhm.
influenced me to get into it at the time. So that's what the music game and dream
That's what's
started.
up. Do you have any more inspirations, like musically, like as far as celebrity wise, hip hop artists or?
Yeah, man, like all the rappers I grew up listening to, like the dudes I just mentioned, like Karis One,
Mhm.
all them. But all the main artists that really inspired me or were the people that impact me was people like LL Cool J,
Mhm.
Tupac. I got left on to say, but I wanted to mention this dude. But Pac
Mhm.
had a lot of the influence. Same thing with X Clan,
Yeah.
and yes, X Clan. Brother Jay is my favorite
Mhm.
rap dude. Like he's a hero to me. Like he was one of the best lyricists that I listened to. But Gangstar, he's another one. And
Mhm.
Nas Effects and PM Don. Like these are the group. Like everybody asks me, who's your top five? Those are mine. Those
Right.
ones that
Right.
I mentioned, like Pac and LL and Daz Effects, and
Mhm.
it's a group called Funky Town Pros. Boy Wonder was one
Mhm.
of the he had a West Coast hip hop artist that came out in the early '90s, and he was just
Mhm.
dope. And he had an album and everything, signed and everything, but he got
Mhm.
slept on. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, so these artists were my major influences and
Huh.
inspired me to do what I love.
That's what's up. So
Mhm.
you just had a couple other interviews I seen. So
Absolutely.
why don't you tell everyone first of all the platforms to follow you on, and also where they can find those other interviews as well.
Well, the other interviews is under the American Black and White, under the brother Dr. Charles King. You can go look at him. And I got several of them. I got this guy, sorry for the noise, um, out of Germany that I did with him. You can go look him up. It's going to come to me his name and stuff in a second. But and then I can tell you. And also you can go find me in my music under my name, DECEVIO. It's spelled D as in David, E as in Eric, C as in cat, E as in Eric, and V as in Victorious IO slash YouTube slash Instagram slash
Mhm.
Twitter slash everything. You know what I mean?
Everywhere.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. hmm
So
Yeah.
I pulled up your YouTube. It is in the queue. We're gonna play some of your music.
Facts.
But before we do, I wanted to know like what is your creative process when you're making music? Like
I,
whether it's writing or recording or like what is it that helps you get in the mood to even write or record?
I will tell you this, and I'll tell the world this.
Mhm.
Music is spiritual with me. It's
Mhm.
different from me. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I got a killer instinct. I have a natural sharp instinct. I never question the pen when I'm
Mm-hmm.
writing songs. I never say premeditate songs like this,
Mm-hmm.
this, and that. No, it comes naturally. It just flows naturally. I don't even really write. I can just picture in my eyes and vision and shit, and the words just naturally come out. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I could write a
Right.
song in 2 seconds, just thinking like visioning and shit. That's my creative process. You gotta understand, I've been doing this shit since I was
Mhm.
12. I started writing
Yeah.
songs and writing poetry at the age of 12 years old, and it became a development over the years. And I mastered the
Mm-hmm.
craft and writing songs. So I mastered this craft over the years of
Mm-hmm.
development, becoming a technique and a skill. So I
Mm-hmm.
always tell people if you want to master your craft, it takes years of practice and you work it hard in order to get the
Mm-hmm.
skill and the technique. Like
Most
Gangstar,
definitely.
yeah, like Gangstar, like how he was saying in his music, hey, yo, check the technique.
Yeah.
Yeah, check the technique. Then he had a song called Skills. Check the
Mm-hmm.
skills and the technique. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the name of the game. But when I create songs, music is that deep with a dude when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
spirituality and how I express myself. So that's where it comes from. It's just mainly my creative process. It's just vibing off the music and connecting with the sound and a spiritual connection. Not just me
Mm-hmm.
thinking I'm going to try to get a bag out of this or get some material shit.
Right.
No, I'm just
Right.
thinking about how I can inspire somebody or I can impact somebody,
And
whether
you
if
know
they
what?
fucking like it or not.
That's the most important thing is you want your listeners and your supporters to feel the music. You know, if
Absolutely.
you know they're feeling what you're playing, then you know you did your job correctly. Period.
Absolutely.
Everyone,
Absolutely.
this is DECEVIO Jameza. Did I say that right?
It's Yamiza. Yeah, like
Jameza.
Yamiza, like Yamiza.
Okay.
Because that's when people, because like
So,
people don't know the J in my name. It's an ancient Hebrew last name. So what I mean is like the J's at that
mhm,
time written in hieroglyphics, they didn't pronounce it ja. They pronounced it like yeah, like a Y. So that's the
Yamiza.
difference. Like that's the confusing
Yamiza.
part because
Okay.
the J
I
became
gotcha.
ja. Yeah, it came ja
Yeah.
later, but it's pronounced Yamiza. So that's
Yamiza,
there
actually.
you go. The
Okay, I
chicken and
gotcha.
music.
See, I
Yeah,
learned something different. I thought it was okay.
absolutely.
So my
That's what's
mistake.
up. It's all love.
So I want everyone to go follow. I'm showing everyone the spelling in the YouTube, so you guys can go ahead. If you have to take a picture, screenshot, go follow. Look it up in your YouTube right now. You have a very impressive 10.6K subscribers as well on your YouTube, which is very
Yeah,
impressive. Shows a lot of your hard work over the years.
absolutely.
Um,
A lot of hard work.
Exactly. And I have a question. Which track do you think would be we're gonna do like two or three of them, but which one do you think we should start with first?
Yo, play my song. We ain't cool. That shit's dope. I just dropped that out song. So it's called We Ain't Cool. And it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Actually, it was on my other DeCivio page, just so because it's on my album thing, but it's on there too, though. If you can look it up, you could actually type DeCivio We Ain't Cool, and it will come up. You know what I'm saying? But that's one of my songs I just dropped. And what I did with this track, I can even tell you about it. I used to listen to Pac, and like I was telling you, and he was one of the
Mhm.
first dudes I actually heard that did Screw and his voice in the music. And Screw
Right.
became real dope and real big in the South, in Texas.
Hmm.
In Texas, everybody knows Screw is known for that. But to me, the first time I ever heard Screw was to Tupac. So I decided to screw the voice in this song because I had an
Hmm.
idea concept of what I was trying to express in this song, We Ain't Cool. But the concept of it is self well it speaks for itself. It's kind of like just saying, oh, we not cool. It's just a purpose and a reason and a metaphor approach of me saying we not cool. It's a
Okay.
reason me expressing the way I'm saying that in the sense like, yo, it ain't like we just not cool. We're not cool. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. Right.
it's real turn. It's real lit. But like I said, if you was a type in DeCivio, we not cool, and it should come up. But it's one of my new songs that I just dropped, and I'm loving it. And then Lord's Eyes, I definitely want to drop that too. A song that I did for the mothers out there.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, it lowers our eyes. I said, no, I just dropped that. It just came out about 2 weeks ago, and I'm excited about that. It was a song that I did for all the mothers out there. You know, I saw it, like I said about Tupac, how he dropped Dear Mama for his mother and shit. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna drop something for my mother and my grandmother
Mm.
and people I felt that were heroes to me growing up that you know, made a significance in my life. Yeah.
I'm
I
trying
know
to
you,
find
I got thousands of songs, you know what I'm saying? I got you know what I'm saying, to like look and find me, you know. So
Yeah, but if you just dropped it, it should be more towards the top.
yeah,
So
well,
that's why I tried
what
to
it is, it's
search.
it's not on that page right there. It's not on there. Actually, the song it's on there, but I have two different
Oh, it's on
pages. My other page is,
your.
yeah, my other page, it's my other page has all my albums and new songs and singles that I dropped. That page is a page that I personally add on a lot of the new shit or even older shit that I dropped too. So it's kind of the same in a sense, but the other one drops all singles, and because it's distributed by Just for Kid and all them, and they drop it on this page and shit. So if you just type my name,
Okay.
DeCevio, and it was basically come up my other page and shit, and you'll see we ain't cool.
Yeah, this is the first page that popped up actually when
Okay.
I typed in your
But even
thing.
even if you did have it on this page, it's actually on this page. You just got to type my name, DeCevio, in the song title, which is "We Not Cool," right next to it, and then you know it'll come up. It's on there too. I tell you that now. Now people want to get at a dude now and shit. That's crazy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I finally found it. 2 months ago, you
Okay.
dropped it.
Yeah, but actually it came out. It came out. I dropped it again. I think that's it. But I actually dropped it again to put it in stores. You know what I'm saying? So it came in stores. So it
Oh,
actually was 2 weeks ago.
no, that was. I'm sorry, that was the short.
Yeah,
That's just the
yeah,
short.
that's it. This is it. Yeah, I think I just put the lyrics in front of it too.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the whole thing. That's just the short. It's not the whole video.
Okay. Oh, it's not. Okay, it's just a short. Okay.
Yeah, it was the short.
Okay.
It looks like it's the whole thing, the way it's on there, but it's just the short. Oh, I see. It does say
Okay.
shorts. Okay. Let me
Okay.
see. Where is it at? Why is the short popping up but not the video?
Uh, and in the meantime, too, I'm going to tell the audience, man, make sure y'all get a pair of my DeCivio True Pharaohs. That's out right now on display. Send me your cash app. You get yourself all sizes from kids to women's sizes and men's sizes. You want to get your swag nights on, get swag nights like your boy DeCivio. You know what I'm saying? And get some
That's what's
pair
up.
of these, yeah, these two pharaohs. You know what I'm saying? They're real dope. Like I said, send me your cash app. They $95 each. Part of the reason why they're that price because they are much to make and create for me to
Mhm.
put the investment into it. But I'm telling you, you'll be kicking it for the summertime, y'all. So make sure y'all get paired. We got different colors as well. You know what I'm saying? And also get yourself a New Jersey, a True Pharaoh New
Wait,
Jersey.
this isn't true, is it?
What's that?
Oh, wow. Oh, I was just thinking, I hope this ain't true.
Well, somebody died. I'm looking at something.
It's saying Dr. Dre.
Oh no, that's probably a lie. I'm saying,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
that is
says
Dr.
6
Dre.
days ago. There has to be a lie because I
Yeah, that's
definitely would have
definitely a
heard
lie.
about it.
Yeah, that shit would. Yeah, nah, that would be everywhere. But like I said, I want everybody to make sure they get a jersey of the True Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? It's real dope. You know what I'm saying? $65 each. You know what I'm saying, for these True Pharaoh jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, get swag night like your boy DeCivio. They out. Send me your cash app and I got you. So, but so.
Hmm. Oh, it brought me right back to the same one. Okay,
Well, you
well,
know, if you
maybe in the
want to, you can
meantime, I'll
drop.
play something else.
If you want to, you can actually drop my song Laura Eyes. That's my Mother's Day anthem. You can just put that out, and that would might come up even faster. I was going over here too. I could look for it. Help.
I'm just gonna pick something. I should just did that originally.
Right. You can pick
I
either
don't.
One Day or that song Bass Reeves. You know what I mean? One Day or Bass Reeves. Those songs are lit
Okay,
too.
I'll play
Yeah,
both of
One
those.
Day. Yeah, One Day right there in Bass Reeves. Yeah.
I ask you, Lord, to watch over us in this toughest time. Been trying to survive in this game of life, fighting just to try to stay alive. Put down so many times, no matter how I try. What could you do when adversity is thrown your way? One minute you lay on top of the world, the next you fall right on your face. A prison in your own reality. No way you can escape. What I turn to when life seems to shake. Put problems on folks. You ain't the only man dealing with this issue. How can you deal with shit when someone you love that close to you straight leaves you, disown you, straight wrong you, and you feel alone too? I don't know what I'm gonna do. These are the things that I'm going through. Trying to keep my head up when days you feel like fed up. But life squeeze you like a lemon. You're fighting demons. Some days you want to give up. One day you and I will see the heavens in the heart when we find peace. One day you and I will see the heavens in the heart when we find peace. One day you and I will see the heavens in the heart when we find peace. One day you and I will see the heavens in the heart when we find peace. What could you do when somebody close to you just dies? Like your mother or your father or your sister or grandma. Why you cry? It hurts inside. In anger, sometimes you just want to blow your head off and find some peace somehow in some way. What can I do when God don't hear my call every time I pray? Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep me. Run like a soldier, but not down to my shoulders. Every time I sit the feet, never retreat. But what can I do, man? I love my wife, man, and she's my lady. Until she walks out of my life, that's my best friend. Cast away, stuck on an island like Tom Hanks. Lost for twice, all over again. This ain't fair. This stress makes me want to lose my hair. All I ask is somebody cares. One day, you and I will see. There's a heaven in the heart where we find peace. One day, you and I will see. There's a heaven in the heart where we find peace. One day, you and I will see. There's a heaven in the heart where we find peace. One day, you and I will see. There's a heaven in the heart where we find peace. Blood spills outside my skin. I try to hold up my chin, escape from this life of sin. And I pretend to be me, which is hard to do. When you're watching a movie and it's staring at you, it seems like cancer is scaring you. And it scars you from this earth. Because yesterday we just kicked it, today we 6 feet under dirt. God, help me find Jesus to find out what life is worth. Because in this life, all I'm doing is being hurt and jerked out. Things don't never last forever. Lord, give me the serenity and the strength just so I can see things forever. One day, you and I will see. There's a heaven in the heart where we find peace. One day, you and I will see. There's a heaven in the heart where we find peace. One day, you and I will see. There's a heaven in the heart where we find peace. One day, you and I will see. There's a heaven in the heart where we find peace. One day, you and I will reach for the sky. Someday, you and I find peace inside. One day, you and I will reach for the sky. Someday, you and I find peace inside. One day, you and I will reach for the sky. Someday, you and I will find peace inside. One day, you and I will reach for the sky. One day, you and I find peace inside. One day. So I'll take on one day. Peace. Shalom.
I love this. Like, it definitely has that old school West Coast vibe to it. You feel me?
I appreciate that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I definitely like that for sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. I always kind of feel like music goes in cycles and things is meant to evolve in the evolution of music. So that kind of effect and that substance or that effect, how we were talking about music supposed to feel good.
Yeah.
That's the kind of music that remind you of that, what you consider old school or 90s or whatever you
Right.
want to call it type of feel.
Mhm. It
Because
gives
in
you,
this
yeah,
game,
it gives you that good feel, that good vibe. It's even just
exactly.
the whole mellow beat, even.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the concept idea, believe it or not, of me creating this song was Brenda Got a Baby by Tupac. If you
Oh,
go
you
watch
know
the
what?
bit, I
It's
got
funny. I kind of thought I heard that, like, but
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
you definitely have been doing your thing out here. Very creative with your videos and everything. You
I
definitely been on
appreciate
your
that.
grind for sure.
Yeah,
This
like I
one's
said,
called
if you go
Brief
watch,
Briefs.
I'm sorry.
Put down
Look
your
at
Oh
this.
yeah,
weapon,
Look at how
varmint,
creative he gets,
before
y'all.
I
Check him
have to
out. Go
yeah,
blast
follow.
uh,
you.
yeah, that's dope.
I'm just an outlaw on the run with a sack of weed. They call me Bass Reeves. With my gun, with my chick on the side of me. A robbery took place everywhere I went. The only problem that I have is the system and the government. The Magnificent Seven, all in one. And that bitch ass sheriff hung one of my homeboys. So I his deputy. Now I'm on the run over the California hills. It's where I'm going to chill. Me and my girlfriend until they come and get me. I'm known as a wanted man. I'm yelling out Bass Reeves. I'm free to my last breath. Smoke weed till I bleed throughout life's test. I'm yelling out Bass Reeves. I'm free to my last breath. Smoke weed till I bleed throughout life's test. The Steve McQueen of the West Coast, West Side, raw high, with posters wanted dead or alive, running high. Jesse James, my name has more respect. I run with the wind with my strap in hand. When you least expect, quick with the draw. 6-shooter, leaving you laid on your lawn. So hit 'em up right there in the cutout. Let me show you what these West Coast Cowboys is all about. So don't try to understand me. Eat my girl's pussy like candy and shoot my way out till I die. Don't gas me up, don't give a fuck about the laws, man. I'm Bass Reeves, don't follow rules made up by some hogs, man. Above the law is where I stand as I cross lands from San Francisco to Sacramento, all through Missouri and throughout Texas. I'm a hero. Where you find me is your guess, and I don't respect anything that tries to control me. Nobody owns me. This is my world, me and my girl, until they come and kill me. You feel me? DECEVIO, the fast read, finally free out the misery of the enemy. Yelling out Bass Reeves, I'm free until my last breath. Smoke weed till I bleed throughout life's test. Yelling out Bass Reeves, I'm free till my last breath. Smoke weed until I bleed throughout life's test.
That's what's up. I hope
yeah,
y'all
I
are
appreciate
following, turning up your speakers for those joints. It's definitely doing your thing. It's a whole vibe with every one of your tracks for sure.
facts.
So
Big facts.
what made you come up with that track? Like, how'd you come up with that one?
Well, Bass Reeves is actually a real cowboy. This dude's actually a real dude. I'm not capping. Everybody out there, if you don't believe me, go look the man up. He's one of the first black cow dudes back in the 1800s and shit. So he was like a laws man. So my concept idea was like, I'm gonna try to put it in this day and times in my perspective and how I vision it to be. So I felt like being from the West Coast and being how we out here West Coast bad boys, this is something I wanted to make a concept by saying we the bad boy cowboys. So Bass Reeves was a face of that shit. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna create this title, Bass Reeves, with his name involved and telling people my perspective of that shit. And how the track came about, that was my concept. of the whole like little cowboy western sound and
Mhm.
shit. So I was like,
Mhm.
yo, I was gonna be different about this shit. That's one thing I want people to know.
Mhm.
When you listen to DeCevio, your music, my shit is different. And one of
Yeah,
the reasons
every
why when I
track's gonna be a little different.
yeah, very, very different. But even when you think
Mhm.
about my concept and being as an artist, I was
Mhm.
telling you, Nas Effects, PM Don, one of the reasons why I like these
Mhm.
rap dudes is because they were different. They were
Right,
original, they were
right,
unique. And
right.
that's why I love these dudes. I'm
Mhm.
not gonna be rapping like Drake, dude. I'm not
Mhm.
Drake, homie. I'm a rap about like DeCivio, whether
Mhm.
motherfuckers want to like it or not. I'm not looking for people's validation. I'm not looking for
Right.
that. I don't give a fuck. My reality and my type of music is
Mhm.
how I vision it to be in terms of my creativity as an artist. And I think that
Mhm.
art should be in the forefront in terms of how we create our creative differences in terms of how we look at things in the color of colors, not just the
Mhm.
shade of gray, but colors. One of my favorite colors, purple, just like how
Mhm.
Prince like it. So because of that, all I see is colors when I'm doing
Mhm.
this creativity and creative process when I'm creating these songs. So that's where it comes about. So when I'm creating like Bass Reeves, it's not me thinking like, yo, I got to make songs about smashing bitches and shit and getting the bag. Like, fuck
Mhm.
that, dude. I'm gonna talk about Bass Reeves and shit. And I'm gonna talk
Mhm.
about one day. I'm gonna talk about all these creative things that's put inside me to
Mhm.
share and give to the world. So
And that's one
that's
of
what
the
it's
things
about.
I like is the fact that you have very creative content and you don't just talk about sex, drugs, money, violence, like you're literally on a whole nother level with it. And that's
Yeah,
what, a lot of I think more new artists need to see is that, it's not all about that kind of content. It's about being your unique self, your unique creative self, you know
absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
you definitely been doing it, and that's
I
what made
appreciate that.
you that's what also made you stand out to me,
Absolutely. I
for
appreciate that.
sure, most
I don't
definitely.
I personally don't hate on getting the bag, you know what I'm saying? Because we all need stability and security. I don't hate on the shit. But my thing,
Mhm.
even in music needs balance. Let me
Right.
give you some game real quick, just real quick, love. If you study music, music goes as far as back in the 1930s and
Mhm.
40s when it became a business.
Mhm.
Okay. And when
Right.
it started becoming a business, the kind of albums that they were making at the time was an A and a B side to every
Mhm.
albums with vinyl at the
Right.
time. So if you listen to A side of the records, that's the commercial songs that you hear on the radio. But they
Mhm.
always had a B side, is where you get the raw talent of the
Mhm.
music of the artist that you didn't hear on the damn radio. So if you listen
Mhm.
to Al Green, you listen to all these passionate artists, yeah, they sound dope on the radio with songs like Love and Happiness, but you hear the flip side, the B side of this motherfucker Al Green, you're hearing passion. You're hearing
Mhm.
him like, damn. So that's music. Yeah, I can rap about smashing bitches and girls and getting the bag. Yeah, it's all
Mhm.
good for the radio. But the flip side and the B side is where you hear Bass Reeves. That's where you hear like One Day and songs like that. Yeah, this song's dope. This is a song that I had put on my Entanglement album. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Mhm.
like kind of an R&B type effect. Shout out to R&B music, man. Like I was,
For
you
sure,
got
for sure. That's like one of my go-tos, R&B for sure. I love R&B
yeah, yeah.
music.
This is some like R&B sound that I went with because, like I say, I told you, music is balance. It's about
Right.
balance and shit. So that's
Exactly. And
what.
this is gonna be a whole nother style you guys hear of this. That's why I wanted to play this one too, because it's a whole nother style. Everyone turn
Yeah.
up your speakers for DECEVIO.
Yes.
On a hell of a journey with me. There's people's feelings involved.
Easy music. Our love is entangled. Baby girl, yeah, you should know. It ain't no confusion when we do it. Cause baby girl, we all human. Heart in the game, no losing. Big You choose, man, this girl is choosing. I'm the one that she is choosing. Ain't no hurt, just a flirt, it's music. Our love is entangled. Baby girl, yeah, you got me living shackles. Our love is entangled. Baby girl, yeah, you should know. Our love is entangled. Oh, girl, feel my soul from a pharaoh. Our love is entangled. Baby girl, got me living in shackles. Yeah. Entangled. Woo! Our love is entangled. Baby girl got me living in shackles. Our love is entangled. Baby girl, yeah, you should know. Our love is entangled. Oh, girl, you can fear a pharaoh. Entangled. Yeah. Entangled. Our love is entangled. Baby girl got me living in shackles. Our love is entangled. Baby girl, yeah, you should know. Our love is entangled. Oh, girl, you can
Purchase your tracks today.
Our love is entangled. Baby girl got me living in shackles. Our love is entangled. Yeah, girl, yeah, you should know. Our love is entangled. Oh, girl, you should feel a pharaoh. Yo, this ain't cheap. Cause Jaden Pickens is.
Shit's dope. I like that part when I was like,
the lineup and
in what's her name? Jaden Pickens. I was like, yo, this ain't cheating because Jaden Pickens said so. You know what I'm saying? Shit's lit. Shit's lit.
Oh my goodness. It wouldn't stop. Okay. Yeah, most definitely. I like how you added them in there too for the with the title of that song. I thought that was definitely clever, very clever. I
Very
definitely
clever.
peeped that. So, do you
That's
have any
what's up.
shows or anything coming up you want to tell everyone about?
Yeah, let me tell you something. I always tell people that timing is everything underneath the sun. It's all in great timing. Right now, I got a lot more music that I'm getting ready to drop before the time I'm getting in front of people on stage. Right now, I got a song called Jazz Mania that I'm doing for Father's Day. Coming up,
Nice.
a Father's Day song giving up to all fathers because I entitled it Jazz Mania because my father's a jazz artist. So I'm dedicating it to all the fathers out there. Like I did my Mother's Day song, and now this is a Father's Day song, but I named it Jazz Mania because my father's a jazz artist and all the jazz greats that was before him. So I'm giving it up to all the jazz artists from Donald Byrd, Miles Davis, and etc. All these great jazz like heroes, and acknowledging them and my father as well in this particular song. So I want all the fathers to know that you ain't forgotten about. You planted the seed, and now we're all here. And I'm just acknowledging that. And so this song is gonna be dope, and it's gonna be all everywhere in stores everywhere, and it's gonna be dropping on Father's Day. So
Oh,
it's gonna be
awesome.
real lit.
Definitely got to send it to me, and I'll make sure I also play it too, for sure.
Absolutely. For sure. Definitely. Yeah.
So everyone, make sure you follow every single platform. DECEVIO Yameza.
Shamiza. Yeah, Yamiza.
Yamiza.
Yeah, with the Y. Yeah, remember just the with the
Yamiza.
Y, like Yamiza. There you go.
And please forgive me. I
It's
had
all
to learn
love.
it
Yeah,
right
it's
that
love. I'm
time.
gonna tell you something. Being an artist, people, it take used to get to know this kind of name, or even get to know me as a personality and get to know me as my name, because I know it's very different. But I believe it's no different from Tupac Amori Shakur. You get what
Right.
I'm going with that? That's
Right.
different. What kind, who
Right.
you know walking down the street with a name like Tupac or Maury Shakur? So like you know walking around with DeCevio Yumiza, yeah, that's different. So it's something to
Oh, it's
get
good to
used
have
to.
something unique that stands out too, anyway, in this industry. If you
Fact.
had any advice to give to artists, what would that advice be? Like artists just starting out in the industry or trying to get ahead in the industry, what would be some really good, valuable advice for them?
Yeah, I would tell people to believe in yourself. Because I
Mm-hmm.
had to believe in me. There was nobody else that's going to make this happen for me. Nobody was going to believe it for me.
Mm-hmm.
It took me believing in me. So I would
Right.
tell motherfuckers in the world, believe big, dream big, go after
Mm-hmm.
this, walk by faith, not by sight. If you have any kind of spirituality to your journey, get it in your life in terms of purpose, because
Right.
its purpose will give you a better understanding and a guideline to whatever you destined for. Like I
Mm-hmm.
shared from the last interview, and I share it today. In this interview, I tell people in a minute how the fact I get booed off stage and came back with vengeance and shit. And it never thought in my wisest concept mind that the same people that booed me was next thing, you know, and cheering for me. When
Mm-hmm.
my mother didn't put me out in the streets and shit and had me living and had me out there living homeless, when my whole
Mm-hmm.
entire family disowned me. I mean, it
Right.
took me believing in myself and it took me dreaming big. So I would
Right.
tell people the main thing, if you want to make anything out of yourself, take a leap of faith and dream big and go after this dream and don't let anything outside of yourself stop you. You know what
Most
I'm saying?
definitely. That's some great advice. That is some really, really good advice. That's some of the best
Thank you.
advice I've heard.
Thank you.
Because I tell artists the same thing. You know, it definitely starts with you. You got to believe in yourself. You got
Absolutely.
to believe in yourself. Put that work in, and put the time in and the investment in. It definitely um is a lot of business too. It's like 99% business, 1% music. So at the end of the day, it's important to become knowledgeable too on the business aspects of the industry too, as an
Absolutely.
artist,
Absolutely.
whether you sign or not, and especially if you don't sign.
All right.
So, make sure you know your ins and outs. But this is a Peach Empire Agency LLC production, the Peach Podcast with Seductive Peach. And I would like to say thank you again for coming on the show. And I would love to have you back soon.
I would love to be back and I appreciate the invite and I
Most
thank for the
definitely.
opportunity.
Oh, most definitely. Anytime.
Right.
We've been locked in for what, over a year more now? For
It might
sure.
have been longer than a year. I think it might have
I
been
was
like
gonna
2 years
maybe
or some
2 years
shit.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
has been. Time has been
Yeah.
flying
Been a
by
while.
me. Everyone's been telling me that. I'll be like 2, 3 years, and like, no, 4 years, Melissa. I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, time is
That's
just
in a
like
minute.
flying by me. I'm like, what is
Yeah,
going
it does fly. Yeah, it flies like a motherfucker. Yeah.
on?
It flies like a
Period.
motherfucker, man. That's no cap.
Right.
Yeah. Facts. Big
Yeah,
facts.
it's definitely
But
been flying on me. But also, I want to give a big shout out to All Digital Global Radio, Lamont English, Channing Gallimore for the opportunity on their station. AllDigitalGlobalRadio.com will be re-airing the artist interviews and stuff. I'll also be doing more interviews for them as well. So a lot of dope stuff coming up. Also, a shout out um, uh, to everybody that supports me, because I don't want to leave anyone out. I'm just going to say shout out to every single person that supports me. I really deeply, truly appreciate it. We appreciate whoever supports us and supports the grind, most definitely. And don't forget to go follow DeCevio on all platforms. Spotify, YouTube, Apple, everywhere. And we will keep you guys posted on his next shows and everything else coming up as well. You guys will be able to find on my page. So
Much love.
definitely much love to you as well.
Thanks again. And we want to shout out just real quick for our girl Peaches. She like
Definitely.
an auntie that everybody love and got the cookout and everybody want to kick and hang out with. That's Peaches for y'all. So that's love. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're
Salute
welcome.
to you. I really appreciate that for sure. We got to definitely clip that part out for promo.
Love, man.
But
Love.
because you know
Love.
what? It's straight facts too. It's straight
Facts.
facts.
Big facts.
You
Big
know,
facts. Big
facts.
facts.
So
You
I
got my
definitely
permission, love. You got mine.
appreciate it.
Facts.
I
Yeah.
appreciate your love for sure.
Blessings.
Definitely be
Blessings.
talking to you when we get off of here, okay?
Facts.
Talk to you in a
Love.
minute.
Love.
God bless everyone. Have a good night. And until next time, don't forget. Oh, I also have an interview coming up June 4th and June 5th. I might even have one after that, before that. Like they're starting to book like crazy. So just keep your eyes open for the flyers on my pages. You can go follow the Peach Podcast with Seductive Peach. Follow the Seductive Peach Facebook as well. Or my YouTube is Seductive Peach. And you will get all the latest shows and updates on everything. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and much love, everyone.